So how many paychecks do you need to buy your first rental property? Most people will never even ask that question. I was 34 years old before I bought my very first deal. Today, I've got over 10,000 doors. If I had to start over today, this is exactly what I would do, paycheck to paycheck. So let's make this as real and tactical as possible, down to the dollar. If you've got a job, a plan, and some discipline, you can probably do this. You don't need a six-figure bank account. You need a target, and that target is your down payment. And it doesn't always have to be your money. So let's say you're buying a $150,000 single family property. Most lenders will want to lend maybe 20 to 25% down. So that's 37.5 for a down payment. That's your target. Now, before you say, I don't have that kind of cash, which is what everybody says, just hang on for a moment and hang with me. Divide that number by your take-home pay. Let's say that you make $4,000 a month after taxes. At $1,000 a month saved, that's 30 to 37 months. So that's about a year to a year and a half of intentional saving if you use your own money, which you don't have to do. So it's not that you can't afford real estate. It's just that you haven't made a target to acquire any. You literally have no goal. So here's where 99% of the people fall off track. They save whatever's left after spending. So flip the model. Save first based on your target, and then spend the rest. So here's the play. Create a dedicated account and name it First Rental. And then auto transfer from every paycheck into that account, even if it's just $200 a paycheck. Make it hard to touch, no debit card or no access from your phone. This isn't just about discipline. This is about designing a system that works for you, even when you don't feel like saving. Just treat this like a business, because it is. So let's get real for a second. If you're paying 18 to 20% on your credit cards, so before you start investing, clean the slate. List every credit card or loan over 8%. And prioritize your debt like it's your financial future, because it is. Every dollar of interest that you eliminate goes straight into your property fund. You cannot build wealth if you're bailing water from a sinking ship. So here's the secret that the wealthy have always known, that most W-2 employees just simply miss. If you've got a strong W-2 income, good credit, and a little discipline, you can use bank money to control an appreciating cash flowing asset. In 1995, which is a long time ago, I put down 30 grand on my first rental property, and I borrowed the rest at about 8%. It cash flowed maybe $50 a month, but that deal taught me more than any job could have ever done. Today, you can find plenty of properties under 200 grand in certain markets, and FHA loans only require about 3.5% down, if of course you're house hacking, and VA loans 0 down if you qualify. This is why your income is a tool, not a prison. So don't fall in love with granite countertops. Fall in love with rent checks and cash flow. Here's how to underwrite a deal in just 60 seconds. 1, what is the rent? 2, what are the monthly expenses? Taxes, insurance, maintenance, HOA, utilities, those kinds of things. 3, what's the mortgage payment? 4, what's left? That's cash flow. It's that simple. Income minus expenses minus mortgage equals cash flow. If the answer is negative or razor thin, pass. Cash flow is king, and equity, that's just a cherry on the top. Now, if it's severely broken and you can fix it and you have a team to do that, then it might be worth another consideration. But always use that simple rule: cash flow is king. So once you get that first deal, here's what happens. You get tax write-offs. Probably never even considered those, but they're significant. They can reduce your taxable income. 2, your tenant pays down your loan. You learn how real estate actually works, and it's oftentimes not riddled with massive property management problems, which is another big excuse people use. Even if you cash flow just $200 a month, that's $2,400 a year, plus appreciation, debt payment pay down, and the other tax benefits that you get. In many cases, that $2,400 can be tax-free. So at this point, your money starts to work for you. And that's when your mindset starts to shift from saving money to multiplying it. So now let's recap. Target your down payment. Systematize your savings and kill all the bad debt. Use leverage smartly and for you. Let other people's money, or OPM, work for you. Trust your numbers, not someone else's. Get around people that are doing this and use them as coaches and mentors for free. You don't need to be rich. You just need a plan. If you give me 30 to 40 paychecks and a little bit of discipline, I'll show you how to buy a deal the right way. So your homework should be: calculate your down payment target. Set up your savings account today in a separate account that you do not touch, and go walk 3 small multifamily buildings this weekend, or just look at them online. Even if you're not ready to buy, you need to get into the game, and you'll start to see things just like any investor. And you'll realize this is not complicated stuff. So if saving from every paycheck sounds tough, what if I told you you didn't need any money at all to buy real estate? Which is exactly what I do now. I'll show you how investors are using unlimited properties with using none of their own money, and how you can too in this next video. Just click here.